You are on the target of some law agencies because, my dear child, if you believe in angels, start this video and watch it completely. Angel says you are on the target of some law agencies because they have secretly found your name in a document you never knew existed, in a file you never touched, connected to events that were never your fault. But I, the Lord your God, know the truth. I see what man cannot. I see the intentions of the heart, the secrets in the soul, the traps laid in darkness. Nothing is hidden from me. And this is why you must hear me now, with urgency and faith, because even though they are watching you, I am watching over you. Even though eyes are on you, my angels surround you. Even though your name has been spoken in secret rooms, my name is written across your life. You are not alone in this. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. I am right here. You have felt it in your spirit. The weight. The pressure. The sense that something unseen is trying to take over your peace. The restless nights, the sudden moments of anxiety, the quiet prayers you whispered when no one was around. You knew something was happening, even if you didn't have proof. Your spirit picked it up before your mind could explain it. That's because I allowed you to feel what was forming in the shadows, not to fear it, but to prepare for victory over it. This is not a message of panic, this is a message of power. The enemy tried to make you feel small. He tried to make you feel guilty for things that were never yours to carry. But I, your God, they saw your name on a list, but I wrote your name in the book of life. They connected you to a paper, but I connected you to a promise. They're trying to create stories, but I wrote your destiny. This battle will not destroy you, it will reveal you. What the law agencies meant to use to pressure you, I will use to elevate you. What they meant to expose and shame, I will turn into a testimony. You will not be arrested in the natural, because I have already arrested the plans of darkness in the spiritual. I have sent Archangel Michael to stand beside you, to guard your path, to shield your name, to intercept every whisper against your character. He has drawn his sword, and he is not backing down. This is not a punishment. This is your purification. I'm using this to burn away every false connection, every lie spoken in secret, every relationship that was never truly for you. You are stepping into clarity. The fog is lifting. The confusion is leaving. You are about to know who was really with you and who was only watching you. The tables are turning. The curtain is being pulled back. Truth is coming to light. And though their systems are powerful, my sovereignty is greater. Though their networks are vast, my kingdom rules over all. They may hold papers with names, but I hold the truth. They may carry evidence, but I carry the final verdict. You are innocent. You are clean. You are mine. You are going through this because you carry a calling too large for an ordinary life. Your destiny carries weight in the heavens. And so the enemy wants to discredit you, not because you've done anything wrong, but because he fears what you're about to do right. He fears the people you're about to inspire. He fears the light you carry. He fears the generations that will be saved through your testimony. So he tries to use fear. He tries to stir panic. He tries to make you run and hide. But I say, stand still. Do not run. Do not fight with fists, fight with faith. Do not lose sleep. Do not lose focus. I've already dispatched your defense. What they don't know is that my favor cannot be erased by human judgment. What they don't understand is that I use even investigations to make my children invincible. You are walking through a fire that will not burn you. You are stepping into a storm that will part the moment you speak my name. Say it now. Even if your voice trembles. Say it from your soul. Say, God, I trust you. That is your shield. That is your sword. That is your escape. I am not just a distant deity, I am your advocate. Your protector. Your deliverer. I am already speaking to someone on the inside. I am already touching hearts in positions of power. I am already shifting the situation. You don't need to worry about what they've found. You need to focus on what I'm about to do. I'm about to take this attempt at shame and turn it into strength. I'm about to take their pressure and turn it into purpose. This will not ruin you. This will not steal your life. You are not going to jail. You are not going to lose everything. In fact, what you're going to gain will be 10 times greater than what they tried to take. You're going to come out with clarity, confidence, and a connection to me that is unbreakable. You will know me not just as God, but as Savior. Not just as Creator, but as Defender. Not just as Lord, but as Friend. There are people talking about you right now behind closed doors. But I'm talking to angels about you in the courts of heaven. I'm saying, that one is mine. That one has my spirit. That one carries light. I'm saying, no weapon formed against them shall prosper. I'm saying, touch not my anointed. I'm saying, vindication is coming. I'm saying, they will rise again. I'm saying, this storm ends in glory. Archangel Michael is not coming alone. He is accompanied by legions of heavenly warriors. They are not standing by, you are their assignment. You are their priority. They are removing obstacles. They are silencing false witnesses. They are confusing the plans of the enemy. You might feel like you're in the center of a trap, but this trap will become a triumph. You might feel like the evidence is too strong, but I am stronger. They might think they're close to stopping you, but they're about to watch me start something new in your life. This was all allowed to wake up the power in you. to remind you who you are, to call you back into alignment, to shift you out of fear and into faith. This is not your downfall, it is your divine turning point. Don't call your lawyer in fear, call your God in faith. Don't let anxiety rob you of your breath. Take a deep breath and know that I am still on the throne. You are going to come out of this better, not bitter. You are going to see that what looked like the end was really the beginning. I am changing your story. I am silencing your accusers. I am rewriting what they wrote. They may have records on earth, but I have records in heaven, and in heaven, you are clean. In heaven, you are righteous. In heaven, you are free. This is not just about you. This is about everyone watching you. This is about everyone who needs to see that I still defend my people. That I still raise up the accused. That I still crown the crushed. That I still redeem what others reject. Your life is about to become evidence, not of guilt, but of grace. Not of failure, but of favor. Not of scandal, but of salvation. People will say, "How did they survive that?" And you will say, "Because God fought for me." People will say, "How did you stay sane?" And you will say, "Because God gave me peace that passes understanding." People will say, "How did you bounce back so fast?" And you will say, "Because the angels never left my side." So now I need you to pray. Not because I need it, but because you do. Prayer is not weakness, it's your weapon. It's how you remind your soul that you are backed by the armies of heaven. It's how you silence the noise and align with the truth. It's how you take authority in a world that tries to control you. I'm waiting to hear your voice. I've been waiting. I've been calling you closer, not to punish you, but to protect you. I allowed this storm to bring you back to me, to remind you where your power truly lies. It doesn't lie in people, or in paperwork, or in government systems. It lies in me. I am justice. I am truth. I am the one who lifts the humble and brings down the proud. And I will not let you fall. You've come too far. You've endured too much. You've sacrificed too deeply. This is not how your story ends. They are watching you, but I am watching them. Every move they make is seen. Every word they say is recorded. Every plan they plot is already defeated. I will allow them to come close just so they can witness your protection. I will let them think they've got you, just so they can see they never had a chance against my power. So rest now. Yes, even while it feels like chaos. Rest, because I am working. Rest, because I am moving. Rest, because I am faithful. Do not let this fear grow. Cut it off at the root with praise. Worship me through the worry. Speak my name louder than their threats. Lift your hands even when you don't feel strong. That is when I pour strength into your spirit. That is when I download peace that cannot be explained. That is when miracles begin to manifest. If you'd like to donate or show your appreciation, you can give a super thanks up to $100. You will not lose your freedom. You will not lose your purpose. You will not lose your mind. I have already spoken your victory into the wind. Now it is catching up with your life. Every step forward is protected. Every phone call is covered. Every decision is guided. Every door is sealed with my presence. You are not a criminal. You are a child of the Most High. And no paper, no policy, no person can ever undo what I've declared over your life. Now breathe. Breathe like someone who knows they're protected. Breathe like someone who's just been handed the truth. Breathe like someone who's walking out of fear and into favor. You are not going under. You are going over. You are not about to be punished, you're about to be promoted. This test was heaven's way of showing earth that my hand is still mighty. You will testify. You will smile again. You will sleep peacefully. Because the God who created galaxies is now clearing your name. And when this is over, and it will be over, you will not just walk away clean. You will walk away crowned. This message for you is unlike anything you've ever encountered before. It is being spoken now, not from the mouths of men, not from the scrolls of history, but from the trembling breath of heaven that hovers near your soul even as your eyes move across these words. Something hidden has risen to the surface. Something kept in silence is now being shouted from places unseen. You are not alone in the winds that have been circling your life. You are not forgotten in the echoes of prayers you thought no one heard. There are forces at work around you, watching, recording, whispering things behind glass walls and sealed rooms. Some of those who have smiled at you in public are the same who have kept notes about you in private. Not every observer in your life has been a friend. Not every silent witness has remained still. You are on the target of some law agencies because they have secretly found your name where it wasn't expected to appear. But do not panic. Do not tremble. Do not retreat into the shadows of your mind. The truth is not to terrify you but to free you. The truth is the only light that can navigate this tunnel. They didn't find what they thought they were going to find. You have become a mystery to them, a name that doesn't make sense in the files that should have only held the guilty. They search for your motive, but it confounds them. They inspect your past, but it doesn't align with their suspicions. You are the exception in a world that has long given up on righteousness. And yet, someone whispered your name. Someone placed it on a list. Someone, out of jealousy, out of fear, out of hidden agendas, made a call in secret and presented your name as a threat. Not because you are guilty, but because your purity is rare. Because your rise was not from corruption. Because your light exposes too many hidden shadows. There was a day not long ago when a document was handed from one person to another, your name circled in red ink. The words written beside it weren't factual, but they were dangerous. It was suggested that you know something you shouldn't. It was hinted that your silence is more powerful than someone else's speech. That's why you're being watched. Not for what you've done, but for what your presence is doing without you even knowing. You're interrupting plans made by others. You're cracking the ground beneath well-guarded secrets. You are a walking contradiction to everything that was expected of someone from your past. They don't understand how you rose. They don't understand why the favor still follows you. And now, they want to trace the source of that power. But listen closely, this message is not to scare you, it is to awaken you. It is to alert your spirit that heaven has seen it all before they did. That God has been watching before any camera or agent or surveillance was placed in your path. Nothing about you is hidden from the one who shaped you in the quiet darkness before the world even saw you. You are not being watched alone. You are being protected, surrounded, and documented by the armies of the Most High. Every false word spoken against you is being weighed. Every whisper in shadowed hallways is echoing into the ears of angels who have taken position around your life. The person who initiated the observation is someone whose face you once trusted. This individual, wearing a cloak of friendliness, handed over a piece of information, twisted just enough to seem suspicious, just enough to provoke curiosity. It wasn't because of what you did, but because they feared what you might become. They saw in you what they lacked in themselves: clarity, purpose, favor, discernment. They saw in you the potential to walk through doors they would only stand outside of. And in their secret chambers of envy, they struck the match of suspicion. They didn't know that God had already marked you for a destiny no one could sabotage. They didn't know that what they tried to bury would grow roots even under the soil of misjudgment. You are a testimony being written in real time. The agencies are looking for the physical, the paper trails, the bank records, the phone logs, but your true power lies beyond those things. Your true movement has been in the Spirit. And they cannot trace the hand of God. God says this: be still. Do not run. Do not attempt to correct everything in your own strength. What they thought they found is not what it seems. The files they've kept are about to be reversed. What was meant to indict you will now be used to vindicate you. There is a higher court, and its judge does not sleep. What they tried to turn into a case will now become your testimony. You will speak, but only when heaven tells you to. You will stand, but only when the angels have cleared the courtroom floor. You will see the very ones who tried to silence you become witnesses to your rising. Your dreams have been disturbed recently. You felt like someone is watching, even when no one is around. That's because your spirit is discerning the movement of eyes, not physical. The spiritual realm is reacting to the increase of attention on your life. The more they seek to understand how you've come this far, the more heaven is preparing to show them that you didn't climb by ladder, you were lifted by grace. You weren't promoted by men, you were established by purpose. There are things in you that go beyond education, background, or reputation. There is a calling on you that makes even your silence echo in corridors of power. There was a recording, a voice message, a conversation that you had months ago, thought nothing of it. But someone replayed it. Again and again. Searching for something hidden. But what they heard wasn't evidence, it was conviction. Your words carried something too sincere, too pure, too clean. And that disturbed them. Because those who live in manipulation feel threatened by clarity. Your clarity is shaking their foundations. There's a man involved, someone within a system of influence, who has taken a personal interest in your case. He's confused. The information doesn't match the impression. He expected to find dirt but found depth. He anticipated lies but found legacy. This man will become the pivot point of your breakthrough. He will, unknowingly, be used as an instrument of divine reversal. Do not reach out. Do not try to convince him. Let your silence speak. Let the presence of God that rests on you become the loudest testimony of all. And still, there's more. This message isn't just about what others are doing behind your back, it's about what you need to do next. You are entering a season where your every word must be weighed. Not in fear, but in wisdom. You cannot speak everything you see. You cannot share every dream. Some revelations are not for posting, not for telling, but for praying through. Heaven is trying to release something through you that can only come from the quietness of trust. Your faith is on trial too. The law agencies watch the outside, but heaven watches the inside. Will you still pray when the reports grow louder? Will you still trust when they write your name without your knowledge? Will you still bless those who curse you, still kneel in the secret place when your name is being written in secret files? Because that is where your victory lies. Not in fighting with flesh, but in walking by fire and not being burned. This next week will be crucial. A document will be reviewed. A name will be called. A phone call will be made. You may feel it before it happens, a stirring, a pressure, a strange peace wrapped in tension. That's the Spirit of God aligning the pieces. Don't panic when it happens. Don't assume the worst. It's a sign that God is turning the tide. They looked for guilt but found grace. They tried to condemn but found a character too solid to shake. Someone close to you will confess soon, not to you, but to someone else. They'll admit that they knew what they were doing. they'll try to justify it. But their confession will be recorded, yes, unknowingly. And that recording will reach the ears of someone who matters. The very trap they set for you is the one their own words will trigger. Don't rejoice in their downfall. Pray for them. Because their jealousy was birthed from a wound, and their betrayal was the fruit of fear. They didn't know who you really were. And you are not just a name. You are not just a suspect. You are not a file on a desk or a point on a timeline. You are a vessel. You are a story still unfolding. A book whose pages are filled with divine handwriting. There's a promise over your life that even the greatest surveillance cannot intercept. What is about to happen is not the end of your journey, it's the exposure of the lie and the unveiling of the truth. So do not be afraid of the eyes that are watching. Do not crumble under the weight of suspicion. You are not guilty. You are chosen. You are not hunted, you are hidden in the cleft of the rock. When they come looking, they will